The day I was exiled, the sky above Valoran Prime burned crimson. That alone should have warned me that nothing about this day would end normally. Valoran Prime was not a world that allowed chaos. The skies were usually calm, tinted in soft violet hues, and the floating cities drifted gracefully above the silver oceans like gods resting upon clouds. But that morning, the wind howled between the crystalline towers, and thunder rolled across the sky like the distant drums of war. And I stood in chains before the alien queen, Queen Sarathis of the Valoran Dominion. She sat upon her living throne, a massive organic structure grown from bioluminescent crystal and dark alien vines. Her silver eyes glowed with cold authority as she looked down at me. Around us, hundreds of nobles watched in silence. No one spoke. No one moved. The judgment of a queen was sacred. "Human Elias," she said, her voice calm, yet powerful enough to silence the entire chamber. "You are accused of interfering with royal protocol, trespassing in restricted zones, and assisting an enemy vessel." I swallowed. I didn't know it was restricted. Murmurs echoed. Humans weren't supposed to speak during royal judgment. But I wasn't good at staying silent. Her eyes narrowed slightly. "You entered the royal archive." I was lost. "You accessed restricted data." I opened the wrong door. "You aided an enemy scout." I saved someone who was injured. That last statement made the chamber ripple with tension. Her fingers rested lightly against the throne. "And you believe that excuses your actions?" I hesitated, then said quietly, "No, but I don't regret them." That surprised everyone, even her. She leaned forward slightly. "Explain." I took a breath. The one I helped wasn't an enemy. She was injured, bleeding, afraid. Silence. I couldn't leave her to die. The queen studied me carefully, her expression unreadable. Then, "Your compassion has created instability." My chest tightened. Compassion isn't instability. Her eyes flashed. For humans, perhaps. The noble stirred again. Then she raised her hand. Silence returned instantly. "Human Elias, your actions have disrupted delicate political balance. The council demands punishment." I looked at her. "And you?" She hesitated. Just briefly. But I saw it. Then she spoke. "I agree." Those two words hit harder than I expected. She stood. Her cloak flowed like liquid shadows. "I hereby sentence you to exile." The chamber gasped softly. Exile. Not execution. But sometimes exile was worse. You'll be transported beyond the outer territories. You will not return to Valoran space. You will not contact Dominion forces. You are banished. My chains released. Guard stepped forward. I looked at her one last time. "You think this is justice?" Her expression remained calm. "I think this is mercy." Then she turned away. And just like that, I lost everything. The Exile shuttle dropped me on a frozen world 3 days later. Planet designation, Carthos 9. No cities. No colonies. No signal towers. Just endless snow, rocky terrain, and violent windstorms. The shuttle left immediately. No farewell. No supplies beyond survival gear. Typical. I stood alone in the freezing wind. "Well, this is great," I muttered. The wind howled in response. I found shelter in a rocky formation and set up a temporary camp. Hours passed. Night fell quickly. Temperature dropped further. And just as I started thinking this exile might kill me faster than expected, my scanner beeped. Movement. Faint. Very faint. At first, I thought it was wildlife. Then I noticed something else. Life signs. Humanoid. Weak. Extremely weak. I grabbed my thermal jacket and moved toward the signal. The wind fought me, every step. Snow blinded my vision, but I kept moving. Then I saw her, half buried in snow. Small, fragile, unconscious, alien. Her skin shimmered faintly blue, her breathing shallow, and she was dying. Hey! No response. I quickly cleared the snow. She was freezing, pulse weak. I lifted her carefully. She felt impossibly light. I rushed back to my shelter, set her near the heat unit, wrapped her in thermal blankets. Her body trembled. I checked her vitals. Critical. I injected a stabilizer. Minutes passed. Then, she coughed. Her eyes opened. Silver. Just like the Queen's. My stomach dropped. No. No way. She looked at me, confused, afraid. You human? Yeah. Her breathing trembled. I dead? Not yet. She blinked slowly, then whispered, Mother. And everything suddenly made sense. I stared at her. You're the Queen's daughter? She nodded weakly, and I realized something terrifying. The Queen had exiled me, and now her daughter was dying in my arms. Days passed. She slowly recovered. Her name was Lyris, Princess Lyris, heir to the Valoran Dominion, and someone had tried to kill her. She told me pieces of the story. Her transport attacked, escort destroyed, escape pod malfunctioned. She crashed here, alone, dying. If you hadn't found me, she whispered. I shook my head. You do the same. She studied me. You saved me, even after my mother exiled you. I shrugged. Didn't know who you were. She smiled faintly. But now you do. Doesn't change anything. She seemed surprised, then thoughtful, then something else. Respect. As days turned into weeks, we survived together. I taught her survival skills. She taught me about Valoran culture. She laughed easily, trusted quickly, and slowly, she became like family. Then one night, her communicator activated. Emergency signal. Rescue ships. Dominion forces. They found her. She looked at me. They're coming. I nodded. You should go. She hesitated. You'll be alone again. I smiled. I'm used to it. She stepped forward, then hugged me. Unexpected. Warm. Thank you, Elias. Ships appeared in the sky, landing nearby. Dominion soldiers rushed forward. Then, Queen Sarathis stepped out. She saw her daughter. Relief filled her eyes. Then she saw me. Shock followed. And the moment everything changed had finally arrived. Lengthy ending. Princess Lyris ran toward her mother. Mother! Queen Sarathis dropped her royal composure instantly and embraced her daughter tightly. For the first time since I had met her, the Queen looked vulnerable. Her hands trembled slightly as she held Lyris close. You are safe, she whispered softly. I thought I lost you. Lyris smiled gently. I wasn't alone. She turned and pointed to me. He saved me. The Queen slowly looked up. Her silver eyes locked onto mine. There was shock. Then confusion. Then something deeper. You? I nodded slightly. Hello, Your Majesty. The soldiers looked between us. Tension filled the frozen air. You found her? She asked quietly. She was near death. You helped her? Of course. Silence followed. The Queen stepped closer. Each step slow. Measured. You saved my daughter after I exiled you. Yes. Why? I shrugged slightly. Because she needed help. Her eyes searched mine, as if trying to understand something impossible. Most would have left her. I'm not most. Princess Lyris smiled softly. I told you, Mother. The Queen remained silent. Then she looked around, at the shelter. At the supplies. At the harsh world. You survived here together?
Yeah.
Lyris stepped forward. He protected me,
Taught me.
stayed with me. The queen inhaled slowly. Then something unexpected happened. She lowered her head slightly.
To me.
The entire Dominion force froze. Their queen.
Bowed.
You have my gratitude. I blinked. That I wasn't expecting. Your daughter did most of the hard work. Lyris laughed softly. The tension eased. Then the queen straightened. You are no longer exiled. That stunned everyone. Even me. Your exile is revoked.
She paused.
Return with us. I hesitated, then looked at the frozen horizon. I don't know if I belong there. Lyris stepped closer. You belong with us. The queen nodded. You saved the future of the Dominion. She extended her hand, for the first time as an equal. I stared at it, then took it, and in that moment, everything changed. The ships lifted into the sky, leaving Carthos 9 behind. As we entered orbit, Princess Lyris sat beside me. You know what? You weren't exiled. I looked at her. You were meant to find me. I smiled slightly. Maybe. Below us, the frozen planet faded. Ahead of us, a new future waited. And this time, I wasn't alone.